All right, so here we are, how to research items to sell on eBay. Thank you everybody for joining us. This is a presentation supporting the Thrifty Adventures group. That is the Facebook group that we're going to give you more information about shortly. Laura, I forgot to ask you how to say your name.
Woja Woda.
That's right. So Laura has been selling for 7 years, full-time for 2 years, and she's a top-rated power seller. She sells a wide variety, but specializes in Disney and board games. She has 2 young children and is co-administrator at the Facebook group Thrifty Adventures, and she loves helping and teaching others, and she has great videos on YouTube. Now, Lynn Huziak began her eBay journey in 2000 and has been a full-time seller since 2002. She's a silver level power seller and top-rated seller. Lynn enjoys selling a wide variety of items and will sell anything that will bring her a profit. She's co-admin at the Facebook group Thrifty Adventures. She enjoys helping other sellers improve and grow their eBay business. And she started teaching classes with Laura, and they take students into thrift stores and teach them what items to look for and what items to leave behind. So I know that they're located in the Chicago area, and we'll have more information about their workshops as well. And I'm Dana Crawford, also known as the Power Selling Mom. My eBay ID is Dana, so you can look up any information about me online. And we'll just get started. So today we're going to talk about research, and we're going to be doing a live demo. And we went through the information that everybody sent in or asked about items to look up. So we're going to be using current listings, sold listings, and completed listings directly on eBay. And then we're also going to be looking up some items on WorthPoint as needed. And we'll have some more information for you at the end. And please watch your inbox for the follow-up email, because we will include information to everything that we talk about in a follow-up email. So I'm going to turn it over now to Lynn and Laura, and we will switch it to your screen. Are you ladies ready?
Yeah, just remind us how to switch the screen.
Okay.
Change presenter?
Yes, I'm going to change presenter, and then I'm going to switch it to you guys, and then we're going to be at your house. So I hope you cleaned up a little.
It's as good as it gets.
All right, here we go. So what's the first item we're going to look at?
All right, so we are going to do a vintage Dundee mini ballerina twin sheet set.
Dundee Disney mini ballerina sheet. And on eBay,
there's none currently listed. And then if you want to go to completed,
and we'll look at sold.
So only 4 solds, as we can see.
But these all say crib sheets.
And they all, yes.
So if whoever sent in the sheet set lookup, if you can confirm that they are indeed twin sets and not crib sets, because there is no crib sets here. I mean, no twin sets here. It's all cribs. We can go over and look at WorthPoint. And we can type in Disney mini ballerina sheet. And we have 2. This one here, we'll click on, the highest is $281.21. But this is for a sheet set.
Crib sheet set,
yeah. Right, and Laura is right. It's saying crib sheet up here. So, there is none with the twin set. This one here too is a crib set also, or a crib sheet. So the difference between this one and the other, this is for a single sheet, $45. The other is for a sheet set. Do we have any questions?
Okay, that's good.
Let's say, can you guys raise your hands if you have never used WorthPoint, just so we can see who has?
Who has not?
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so quite a few. You want to talk a little bit? Okay, so I mean, WorthPoint's obviously a great research tool. It will pull from a whole bunch of different sites online to see what they have sold for.
The big difference between eBay search and WorthPoint search, eBay only goes back 90 days. WorthPoint, as you can see on the mini sheets examples, these are both from last year, 2017. So you will not find these completed on eBay's. eBay just goes back 90 days. Anything to add to this, Dana?
No, I think that this, whoops, I had feedback there. This was also an item that someone had typed in for us to look up, right? I was trying to remember who it was. So that I thought was really interesting that there hasn't been that many of these on. And so now I know as a thrifter, we're all going to be looking for those, right?
Yes.
Well, especially the cribs. If indeed the person that put through the question has a twin set, I would think that's even rarer because there are no twin sets here.
True. Very true. Okay.
And actually, vintage Disney sheets are something you always want to look for anyway.
True.
So, are we ready to move on to the next one?
Good demo.
Thank you. We're trying. Next, we have the double portrait vase, which there are, no, I gotta shrink this. How many results? 10 results on eBay for sold. Since we don't know what your vase looks like, it's kind of hard to judge, but these range anywhere from, well, let's go to sold's highest.
Let's hope you have the $9,500 one.
They range from $9,500 all the way down to whatever the best offer was taken on the $29.99 one. If we unclick solds and look at currents, there's still only 20, and darn it, I wish that top one was mine. $14,000.
Wow.
On sale, yeah.
Should get it now.
And if you wait for an eBay flash sale, you get another percentage off of that. So let's go to WorthPoint, and we'll type in the same information. Double portrait vase.
So see, this is where you could see there's 97 sold listings on here. That is a much higher research result than eBay will give you.
These are all current. We can go, with WorthPoint, you can search by sale date, best match. You can do high to low or low to high. Personally, I like doing high to lows. And there we have the $9,500 one again. And if you look, these are January of this year. Here's some from last year again, May of 2017, 2016. Here's one from 2007. So this is a great example of how far back WorthPoint goes for your research. You know, and being this is 2007, there probably hasn't been another one like this sold. So hopefully you can find one of these vases, especially I want to find the $14,000 one myself. That's on my BOLO list. Anything else to add, Dana?
Well, if anybody has any questions, you guys can just type them in the question box as we're going along. We're very informal here today, so it's better that we can answer your questions as needed. But I learned a lot. I did not know what that meant when that person asked for this search, double portrait vase. I thought, what the heck is that? I didn't know it meant 2 handles.
Neither did I.
Well, 2 handles or 2...
Maybe a portrait on the front and back. I don't know. I can't see the other side.
Well, let's see.
But
if we have good pictures. Well, no, so
the
double
other side.
portrait must be double handled.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if you put in double handle vase. And let's take out portrait. Just out of curiosity.
Whoa, 14,000. Maybe because it has a portrait on it and it's double handle, because these seem like they're just regular old vases with
Double
extra
handles.
With 2 handles, right. But I mean, I never would think, if I saw that, I don't think I'd think of the word portrait. I would,
No, I don't think
I
I
would
would.
probably say picture or photo. I
Right.
don't think I would have that knowledge to think of the word portrait. So just out of curiosity, try double or throw in the word picture.
Add the end here.
Yeah, just add picture to it. The great thing about when you search like this, it could be in any order. Okay, so I guess more people are more knowledgeable than I am.
Yeah, we got one. That's not a portrait, and it's only $12.
Yeah. So it makes
Definitely
a big
more money than
difference.
portrait vases.
Great. That's what I love about looking stuff up, because it's like you become so educated on the more stuff that you look up.
Okay, are we ready to move on to the next, or do we
Well,
have any?
someone said it might just be a way of saying double-handled vase with portrait. True. Okay, so yeah, we're ready.
Okay, next one is kind of a very generic term that someone sent in, and they had a textured, if I can type here, ceramic poodle. Forgive my typing here, people. Figurine, I guess it is. And here we have 5 results. She did mention, or he mentioned, it was not a spaghetti dog. So these first 2 would be out. Not sure what in the world this is. A poodle pulling a cart. Interesting.
Must be a plan.
Could be. If we look at solds, 5 solds. Spaghetti trim.
Spaghetti.
Here's one with a hat. $8.95, $5.95. So not a whole lot. Hopefully there would be a tag or something, or a maker's mark somewhere on that dog, so we could narrow it down better. And that was Laura getting a ka-ching.
Sorry.
So if we enter a textured ceramic poodle figurine into Worth Point.
See, when people use the word texture, they're adding it with spaghetti.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think we'd have to take out textured, and then you're just going to have to weed through them, because And then not everybody's going to put the word ceramic in there either. So those are just the kinds of things you're going to have to keep switching up keywords as you're searching for that match.
Yeah, and you just have to go through these, unfortunately, unless you can come up with a maker's brand, and that would help narrow it down tremendously. You know, if I was to add, Lefton comes to mind.
Okay.
You see, we narrowed that down to 22. So trying to determine that maker makes a big difference in your search.
Absolutely.
So any questions on the dog?
I don't see any. The price has really gone down on those, hasn't it?
It sure has.
Nope,
Okay,
that's
we're
it.
ready to move on?
Yep.
Okay, let's go to, let's uncheck our sold here. Next we have a Singer sewing machine. Model is 339. We have one current listed. No, it does not.
That one just popped up because it has, I don't even
know
see
why
Singer.
that, yeah, I don't know why
popped up.
that came up on eBay. We can look at sold.
What kind of words do we have? Singer, sewing machine.
Singer sewing machine 339. There was a K there. I don't.
That
We
one.
tried getting that, but it didn't seem to pick up anything.
Yeah, I tried the K before we started. I can try it in here again.
What about an A? That one said the letter A.
Well, Singer sewing machines, I know from having an old Singer, sometimes the model numbers are kind of hard to figure out.
Oh.
So, you know, I don't know, you know, if whoever sent that in is listening and you know for sure that that's the model number, that would help. But I know a lot of vintage Singers are hard to determine model numbers. You can almost Google them a lot of times to try out or to find out the exact model number. Singer sewing machine 339. Because we did test out 339 on WorthPoint before the webinar and nothing came up. So if we eliminate the K, we've got 7 results, 2 of them being a sewing machine.
Huh.
And unfortunately, if that is the machine, you know, $33. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not as common then, that machine. But those are UK.
Right. It's not even around here. Right.
Yeah, I mean, we can look at the listing. Circa 1966, so it's old, but it's not as old as it can be. I have one much older than that, so.
It could be that person's from the UK.
That's
true. Maybe this was a UK model and not a US model also.
And that's why we couldn't find it on eBay America.
Right. Any questions coming up? Nothing.
Nope. So I would suggest those that are the person that is probably from the UK, you just want to follow the same system that Lynn's showing you with completed listings and do that type of search in the UK.
You know, and really make sure you've got the right model number.
Yes.
Google has all kinds of results for finding the right model numbers on vintage Singers. You can even find the manuals that go with them through Google searches. So,
good.
And once you get that exact model number, then you can do your research much better for eBay and WorthPoint. So, we will move on if there's no questions. Our next item is a bush hanging light clock is what we were given for, and it said it looked like something from the Jetsons. Now, I'm not sure either one of these that are currently listed. There's two. And they don't look like anything out of the Jetsons to me. But we can click on sold.
Now, I wonder if it's, did they say, oh, they did say light.
Mm-hmm. So, a bush lights with clocks, but again, nothing that looks like what would come out of the Jetsons.
Okay, let's check Worth Point.
We've got 26. I don't know.
It's really
You know?
hard to tell without more details on it. But most of these do sell from 35 upwards to over 100 depending on the condition.
So that is something you might want to keep your eye open for.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to, you know, I'd love to have this $500 one, of course, but you know, without seeing actual pictures of what we're trying to find, it's kind of hard to,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, here we go. Vintage. She's saying try vintage hanging light. And then just put bush in there. Just do bush vintage hanging light.
Okay, we'll get rid of the clock.
Thanks, Linda.
Well, these are all,
Maybe that's
What?
something.
how about this one?
The circle one, is that anything?
That does look like could be Jetsons.
I could possibly see a Jetsons reference there.
I can hear daughter Judy, but I don't see I don't see a clock on it. But
No, I
that
don't
is
see any
cool.
clock.
Well, that's true. It doesn't have a clock. Well, if Linda sees it, let her message us so we can stop and Budweiser, that's not a hanging one though.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't really see much else.
Okay, let's try Bush clock vintage. See, you have to remember that whatever words you put in there are words that people would be using. So it's hard to say what kind of words people are going to type in. So you kind of have to experiment when you're doing your research. Now see that
Right.
Bush, that advertising clock came up.
Yeah, it's going to pull from the title, so these words have to be in the title of these listings for it to show up. So you don't want to be too wordy when searching for things. Got to kind of be generic sometimes.
But it's great to see we're all getting educated on these prices.
Yes. Normally beer lights or memorabilia are pretty collectible. I always at least look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anything more on the Bush clock that we can look at, Linda? That would help us narrow our search down?
Add beer. Oh,
I don't think beer is going to make a difference.
Yeah, because beer would, I mean, those words are already in it, but he's saying there are 665. So maybe someone would add the word beer to their title. You can try it.
Yeah, it didn't narrow it down too much.
Now it's $4.99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's sometimes it's just a matter of narrowing it down with some words, and then you just have to go through the photos.
Yeah. All right, we are going to move on. Let's see.
Oh, she's looking at it, she said.
Oh, I am looking for it. It's gold with 3 sides.
I'm looking for it. It's gold with 3 sides. Okay. So let's take beer out of there.
What if we put gold?
Yes.
Gold? I'm not. Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Take out vintage.
let's take vintage. Take out vintage.
Finish out. Just put bush clock gold.
Yeah, we got 6 here.
No, I'm still not really seeing it.
What if we add light back to it?
Well, no, we still have the...
Oh, yeah, same thing.
Yep. Sorry. Doesn't really, maybe it's super rare and you got something that's worth a lot. Maybe auction.
You can, if you can upload a photo, Linda. I think it'll let you do that, actually. You could upload a photo here into the chat.
Why don't we move to the next thing, and then Linda, if you can upload a photo, we can always go back to that.
Sure.
Okay, we'll move on to the San Francisco. Music box that was teddy bears. We'll go. I said it did say Love Me Tender. I do not think that's the name of the music box. I think that's the name of the song that the music box plays. Generally, San Francisco will have the tag on the bottom of it saying the name of the tune that it plays. So if we, and I guess the teddy bears are sitting on a couch. We've got 0 results right now on eBay if we have all those words in there. If I take out Love Me Tender, we're down to 58 that are currently listed. I am not seeing any teddy bears on a couch, though. No. Let's go over to see if there's any solds on eBay. 10 solds. Teddy bears on a bike.
Nope.
Let me be your teddy bear. Nope. So let's try Worth Point. Box. Teddy bears. I will put in Love Me Tender to start with.
There's nothing.
Which there is nothing. So the first thing I would do is get rid of the Love Me Tender. Because like I said, I do believe that's the tune. And we've got 73 results on Worth Point. And looking for
bears on a couch. I'm not seeing too much. Oh, there's playing checkers.
Nope, not seeing much here for teddies on the couch. There's the one on the bikes again.
Okay. No.
We can do San Francisco Music Box and use the Love Me Tender, because that is the song. And we've got 6 results, none of which are teddy bears on a couch, unfortunately.
Huh.
But at least this kind of shows you, I think people tend to think San Francisco music boxes are this huge collectible. Nope. You can see by the prices, $15 to $30 to $40. There's not a whole heck of a lot of value in them. I think they've just made so many of them.
Yeah, they have a lot of different ones.
So any suggestions on another search term, Dana?
I would try San Francisco musical bear.
A lot of plushes.
Now we got 280,
Okay.
which, yeah, is a lot of plush.
A lot of plush.
Then just try Love Me. Just put, you don't have to put tender. You could put it, but see what happens.
No.
Back to those snow globes.
Back to those two. Yep.
Huh. Just add the word box now. See what happens.
Musical bear box. 256.
Huh.
And a lot of plushes again, because the plushes have the music box in them. So, and people will use the whole title, San Francisco Music Box Company.
Right.
Okay, well, whoever asked for that lookup, feel free to give us another suggestion if you can. It is difficult because I know when you're doing your research yourself and you have the item right in front of you, it makes a world of a difference.
Right. So one thing that I'm going to have Lynn search here just to kind of show you the value of Worth Point is I got this, just going to type it, I got a Scrooge McDuck Bah Humbug, like Christmas wall decor. And if you just look at it, many people would probably think it's really not worth that much. That's my listing.
You have a bid.
And yes, I got a bid. So there was none on eBay at all. So if you didn't have Worth Point, yes, obviously I auctioned it. You can auction it, but normally I probably would not have started that at $40. I would never have thought that it was worth that much, just being it was just like a felt or cotton little wall thing. It's nothing that spectacular.
Look at solds and see
there's nothing.
No.
But see, now if you go to Worth Point, and this is where I can see the value of it. Wall. I think
I put
wall.
I think that I just put humbug.
Nope, that's not
No, that's not what I searched.
Now we gotta find it again. That would be helpful. Just try that. There we go. So we could see that one sold a couple years ago for 50. So like I said, I never would have even priced it at that point without seeing it on Worth Point.
That's great. And you got a bid. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
Hopefully we'll have more bids on that.
Yeah. So it was just listed yesterday. So
that's awesome. Here's another one. $25, but we've already surpassed that price. 19. So unfortunately, these people probably underpriced to begin with.
Probably because they didn't have Worth Point.
There you go. Oh, okay. Anything you want to look up, Dana?
Excuse me. No,
you've got some super interesting things at your house all the time.
I have a lot of action figures, and actually, did we go through the list?
I think everything that we could.
Everything that was searchable, really.
Yeah, that was
Some of the
searchable.
terms were just too generic. You know, somebody put down 4 bowls with a dove logo. I don't know
Okay.
how we would look that up.
I'm trying to see if you can copy the link that Linda posted, and let's take a look at that because she found the light on eBay. So do you see that on your end, Laura?
Oh, wait. Maybe. Hang on. Maybe I got it. Let's see. I think because she's got that. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I got it.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow. Look at you.
Jinx. Okay.
Wow, that is crazy.
That's Jetsons. I could see Jetsons.
Wow, look how it looks huge.
Yeah, it does.
Isn't there a way to look up maker marks on WorthPoint? That's true, there is, but does this have a maker's mark besides Bush? Wow, look at that, the way it lights up.
That's pretty awesome.
That is pretty.
Well, I don't know that they're talking about maker's marks as far as this.
They're
Maybe
talk-
as far as the bowl
they're
that I
talk-
said with the dove.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
but-
she was asking about the light.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Melinda said she's referring to the bowls. I apologize. Oh, here we go. Lindsay, I submitted an item, not sure if it went through or you already looked for it as I was a little late coming in. It was a vintage Minnie Mouse sheet set.
Oh, we did. That was our first one, Lindsay.
Sorry,
Okay,
Lindsay.
What we need from you is to verify that they are indeed twin size, because the only ones we have found have been crib size.
Yes. So, are you for sure that they're twin, or could they be? Okay.
Crib. Lindsay, were they crib or were they twin? She's going to go check. Okay,
In the
so
meantime, I'm going to copy this and try posting this into WorthPoint since we have that whole title. And we come up with nothing. So
now
that
start
is indeed
words. Start
unusual
eliminating
collapse.
words.
Maybe rotating.
Let's get rid of beer. Well, you don't know.
No.
No.
Just try Bush Bavarian clock. See what.
Okay, Melinda, we'll try to see if we can get something in just a second.
Just scroll down real quick and let's see if we can find a match of some sort.
No, we're just getting all clocks
You
again.
got a rare one there. Wait, what's that it?
Bavarian
maybe?
dual
I don't know.
clock light?
No, that's not hanging. That's
No,
not it.
that's a table.
not it.
Well, that's close though, isn't it?
It looked like it for a second there. Yeah, no.
Second
No.
page.
I'm trying to get there. Our webinar thing is in my way. I cannot get to. Yeah, unfortunately, the sidebar for the webinar page is in my way. I cannot get to page 2.
Okay, that's all right. Well, I can't think of anything else.
So Lindsay said that looks like, so it came with a pillowcase. The twins are normally a bigger size than the crib sheet. So when you measure it, well, if it came with a pillowcase.
I have a Disney crib set they came
Do
with.
you?
Or actually, they call it crib and toddler bed.
Okay, so it probably is a crib then if it doesn't have that. I mean, you can measure it and see what the measurements come to, but it's probably a crib size. Just put crib toddler bed in your title.
Okay, just went and put them up to my kids.
Okay, so they are for a toddler. Okay, so it's like so it's not twin, it's a crib set.
But I would definitely put crib toddler in the title. The ones that we saw just had crib.
But if
Well,
you
I got good news, Lindsay.
Yes.
Good news for you, Lindsay.
Wait until you watch the replay, Lindsay. You better be sitting down.
You got some good stuff there.
Now, she just pointed out a good idea on the lamp, or that people misspell bush. Do you think?
We could try.
Try taking the C out. Yeah.
7 people did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's right there in the picture. How do you spell it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's
okay.
worth a try. It's
All
worth
right,
a try.
I know. Hang on. Let me go back to what did a flying? So the bowls have. Let's go back to Melinda. So flying dove on the bottom and USA. So just try to put in flying dove bowl. See if anything comes up.
Well,
No, because you're going to get flying dove.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to go to the maker marks.
Yeah.
Okay, but I have that, but the general search for the Worthopedia doesn't come with the maker's marks, does it?
You have the...
I have it because I have the extended version of WorthPoint.
Oh, okay.
But the $19.99 subscription, Dano, that is Worthopedia.
Right, I'm sorry. Yeah.
That does not come with the marks and library, does it?
Correct. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
So, I mean, if you have a bunch of items that you need to identify marks, it might be worth bumping up to the next level of WorthPoint that would include the marks. The nice thing about that is you can take a picture of that mark and upload that picture, and it will try and search to find that mark for you. I've seen that done in person with Will, and it works pretty cool.
So you don't have that version?
I have that version.
Oh, okay.
But if they are just subscribing to the Worthopedia, they won't have that version.
No, I know that. No, I know that. But when you, everybody, since she brought that up, we're going to be giving you the link for the trial and at the end, but you can choose which one you want. So if you want to do the trial on the full version, you can, and that one's $39.99 a month. And then you do get a discount if you prepay for the year. And but we're going to go into that later.
Okay, because I also wanted to point out the library that WorthPoint has.
There you go.
Is amazing, amazing, amazing. If you have shelves of research books like I do, you can pretty much dump all your research books and find everything right here. I was blown away when I found their library.
Well, look, see, you're searching the library right now for Flying Dove Bowl, and it's showing 6 results. 6 books have that.
So, I mean, one thing I like to have books on is the old Anchor Hocking dishes and glasswares and stuff. And trust me, I have half of these books in my library that I will be getting rid of. It's just, yeah. I can't speak highly enough about the library.
Does anybody have any questions in general about WorthPoint?
Okay.
Or does anybody have anything else we can search while we're here? We've got, 15 minutes left for questions,
Sure.
I guess, Anna?
Now, see, the thing is, some people may put WR, they may put W period, W, you know what I mean? So
Right.
I always leave those words out, just in case.
Just do that. I would do.
Let's try
Let's
that.
try that. Oh, I know.
No.
Oh, 0. I'm looking at these.
Okay,
0.
eBay has 0.
Yeah, take out new.
That's true. eBay sees new as
Yeah. Nope.
Wow.
still nothing.
Okay.
Let's see
Try
what
it here.
the magical birth point has. I am like you. I will leave the WR out when searching.
Yeah, you want to leave words out that is questionable or has too many ways that people could put it in.
Mm-hmm.
There's something we're missing here. We need better words for that one. Pam, we need better words. So perfection, I don't really understand what it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let's just try perfection tailor system. Take out 1901.
Yeah.
Williams.
New perfection tailor system.
There you go. Cha-chang.
Is
There
this?
you
Is that
go.
what you got? It's got the W.R. Williams practical dress cutting.
But this is the whole.
It's a complete
Well, is
set.
this the pattern you have, Pam?
Yes.
There you go. $350.
Bingo.
And that was 4 years ago.
Yep.
And there's nothing on there now, so I would definitely go higher.
And so now what's great about this is you could come in here and copy all of those words. You can even click on the sell similar item on eBay and it'll start that listing for you. But you can use all of those words or, you know, this will be a good idea for you to see what kind of keywords they used and brainstorm off of it.
Yeah, because obviously pulling this up, the 1901 Williams didn't help in selling. Well, this is 1903, but you know, I would say if you have room at the end, like they put 1903, I would put 1901 at the end. I don't think it made that much of a difference. It's, you know, the Perfection Tailor System Pattern Drafting Kit. So I would have never thought to use drafting kit for this either.
Thank
Pretty
you.
cool.
You're welcome.
You'll get our bill in the mail.
We want a percentage.
Oh, that's great. Okay, well, I'm looking at the clock, so we got any more questions in there? I don't see. Buzzing through the questions. I have a find from today. It's a Winnie the Pooh and Friends kids cup with a handle. They're the older style Winnie the Pooh characters, and there are pieces around the cup that rotate like a puzzle. The brand is, can you type that in? SELANDIA.
Zach. Winnie the Pooh. Maybe just put Winnie the Pooh cup.
There you go.
Not seeing.
She said it didn't have a handle?
Yeah, it did.
Try going on checking the folds. Go to the current.
The older characters.
Try.
There it is.
Oh, I missed it. Did
So
this one?
Yeah,
Oh, here
one
it is.
currently listed for $9.
Does that look like yours, Lindsay?
Here, I'll click on the pictures.
That's it, she said.
Okay, so when listing this, one important word they forgot in their title here is classic.
Yes.
This is classic Pooh characters.
Let's see if we can find it on WorthPoint if they've been selling better than that, or if there's a better way to list it to sell it better.
How did you spell this?
Elandia.
Two up.
There you go. Switch it to high to low. Is that what you got?
We are in high-low.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Well, there's these.
Yeah, these kind of look like it.
Those are
Or
similar.
they're the puzzle ones at least. And here's another puzzle one sold for $12.34. So it looks like the $10 to $15 range.
Yeah, but be sure to say classic Pooh
Yes.
characters.
Yeah, it's a good idea. She said, so is it vintage?
No, classic Pooh is just one of the characters' designs, I guess you could say. It's just a different version of the regular Winnie the Pooh characters. It looks vintage. I guess that's what they're trying to go for, but it's just called classic Pooh.
And actually, Disney has classic versions of Pooh. They've got them of the Fab Five, which is Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. If you just do a search for classic Disney characters, you'll see the difference in the classics versus what we're all used to for Winnie the Pooh or the other characters.
Okay.
So.
All right, ladies. I want to switch it. Let's see, where are we?
Should I put stop showing screen?
Yes.
Go back to you.
Yeah, I was trying to. There we go. Okay, so here is everybody. We'd like to first invite you to join the group if you're not a member at Thrifty Adventures. So you could just type in facebook.com/group/Thrifty Adventures, and then you'll be able to find the group. And then this is the code to get your week of 7 lookups on WorthPoint. So it's WP for WorthPoint, 7day7.com. And that'll take you directly to start the process of your research. And, excuse me, I just would like to thank everybody for joining us today. If you have any further questions, the great thing is you can come and join this Facebook group and type in your questions, because that's where you'll find Laura and Lynn, right?
Yes, and you too. You're a member of our group. So.
Oh, of course. But I'm not as fast as answering questions or helping out as you guys are. So, but thank you.
You may not be, but if we have definite WorthPoint questions, we can always tag you and know we're going to get an answer. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're happy to help. So, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording so everybody watch their inbox for the follow-up. Thank you.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you, guys.